Welcome to Healthy Vibes with United Tribes, a podcast where we discuss your spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical health. I'm your host today, Gayla Sherman, Director of Health and Wellness at United Tribes Technical College. Today's guest is Ruth Hursman, Student Health Coordinator at United Tribes. Welcome, Ruth. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, can you share a little bit about yourself and your journey to United Tribes and how long you've been here?
I have been out at United Tribes almost 5 years. I've been a nurse for almost 40 years. I started out as an LPN many years ago, went back to school, got my RN, and then went back to school again and got my master's in nursing administration.
What services are offered by Student Health here at United Tribes College?
Probably the biggest thing that we do here out at United Tribes is the clinic services that we offer. We have a nurse practitioner that works with us on a part-time basis. If you come in at any time Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, I'll meet with you, and if the nurse practitioner is here, we'll set up that appointment with her. If it happens to be a day that she's not here, I'll do an assessment and make recommendations about what we need to do to get you cared for appropriately. We do everything from point-of-care testing, which includes STD testing, pregnancy testing, strep throat, mono, influenza, all those point-of-care type of things. We'll do pregnancy testing. We'll assist with birth control if that's something that's of a concern. We will help with vaccinations, including COVID vaccine, influenza vaccine. We're working with the Vaccine for Children program to be able to offer those vaccines to our students and their children. We assist students with getting glasses if that's something that they are in need of. We'll do some pharmacy assistance where we'll get them the referrals to the appropriate pharmacy. With COVID going on, we do COVID testing, contact tracing, guidance in regards to what to do regarding COVID.
Is it easy for students to access services here, and how much do they cost?
The cost is free for anything that we do for our students here. Some of the services that we provide do require that the student be a part of a federally recognized tribe, as well as obviously being a student here at United Tribes or a dependent of the student. So when they come in for services, we'll ask to see their student ID, we'll ask to see their tribal ID, and if they're the dependent that we're seeing, we'll ask to see the birth certificate or the guardianship papers for that dependent. So everything that we do, even if they're not a part of a federally recognized tribe, they certainly can come in and meet with me, and I will give them recommendations. We'll talk about whether they qualify for Medicaid and whether that's something they should pursue. But yeah, we'll work with any student that walks through the door. We just may or may not be able to offer all of the services to them, or we may just give them direction as to how to get those things through another source.
You also serve families of students here. Does that go down to infants and young children, as well as maybe teenagers whose parents are in school?
Yeah, for the students as well as their dependents, we do provide services all the way down to infancy. We don't provide any services to pregnant women. They do need to get their pregnancy services elsewhere. But as far as any of their dependents, we do provide all of the services that are available to our students. We offer to their children as well. And we do work with the students over at the elementary school as well, providing services over there.
Well, Ruth, when you think of the years that you've been here at UTTC, what kind of impact do you think student health has on students, and why is it important?
It's amazing the impact that we have on the students that we serve. We want our students to succeed, and little things can be such a barrier to them. If the student is sitting in class and can't see the blackboard, or they're an older than average student and need bifocals, just being able to offer them the vision and the glasses services can be, just huge for them. But otherwise with health, every student walks through the door at 20 and thinks they're 18 and thinks they're invincible and they're not going to have health related issues. And the next week they're in here with influenza or COVID or pregnant or has an STD, whatever. Kids don't realize that they need health care and they don't know until they need it. So being able to offer those services to our students is amazing.
And if there are students out there who are a bit hesitant to access the services here, what would you say to them?
Just reach out to me, by email, by text, by phone call, whatever they're most comfortable with, and I will point them in the right direction.
And with these services for students on campus, as well as those who live off campus, Do you ever find students are a little hesitant because they're worried about confidentiality, or how do we handle that? And how do you put them at ease that these services are going to remain confidential?
All of the employees within the Wellness Center do sign confidentiality statements. And I think just being professional, I guess I've not had a lot of concern from my students ever about confidentiality. They know that we're professionals and we're going to treat them professionally.
Well, Ruth, we remain in the midst of a pandemic. We don't know how long it will last. We don't know when the next one will hit with coronaviruses that are out there. In thinking back over recent months and even, going back a year or more, what are some of the things you've seen and learned because of our COVID response and the university or the college's commitment to keep faculty, staff, and students as safe as possible?
We've worked really hard over the past year, not only to ensure that we have the supplies and PPE that we need to stay safe during the pandemic, making sure that those supplies are available to the students, to the faculty, to all the staff on campus. But also we've worked really hard to educate everybody about the guidance in regards to the pandemic, making sure that everybody is following that guidance, wearing their masks, social distancing, all those things. And then we've worked really hard with testing and vaccinating all of the staff and students across campus.
UTTC is known for its Thunderbirds, both the men and the women basketball teams. And what is student health's responsibility to the athletics department as far as keeping our students healthy or making sure that they're healthy?
We partnered with the athletic department, both Coach Pete as well as Coach Kelsey with the ladies. And we work closely with them. Not only do we do the sports physicals or line up or make appointments for those that need sports physicals for the team, but we also work closely when there are injuries that occur, making sure that they get the appropriate follow-up that they need. They may need to be referred into orthopedics. They may need some follow-up physical therapy. All of those things we manage and get that coordinated for them.
Well, Ruth, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us some new insight into student health and learning more about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Healthy Vibes with United Tribes. Please like and subscribe for more interviews and content, or connect with us online at uttc.edu. Thanks for joining us, and remember to prioritize your health and wellness every day.